Oh, crap. Here we go. We are live on YouTube only. Only. From the home of Epic Games.
Woohoo!
And the home of Mr. Beast.
You know, funny story about Mr. Beast. My brother-in-law actually tinted the windows in his house.
He lives in his studio.
Got a house.
He has a house?
Got a house. And so my brother-in-law was like, yeah, we went and just did some like big YouTuber's house the other day. And I'm like, big YouTuber? Like, is his name Jeff Janak? And he was like, no, something like Mr. something. And I was like, Mr. Beast? And he was like, yeah, that's him. And I was like, you didn't even ask him if you could be in a video. You're in the man's house tinting his windows and you say
he
nothing.
Talks about living in the studio.
He might, but there was a house.
That's what they say.
Got tinted.
That's what they say. So Ray stopped in. Ray stopped in. Oops, got the wrong.
Ray stopped in.
Ray's not around this week because happy birthday, Evan.
Ooh.
Evan turns the 1-6.
Big 1-6
on the big 3-1. There you go.
Ray's got a 16-year-old. Look at that.
I know. That's right. So the button was pressed at 10:01. If it's not there, then you can get on my case.
Keep reading. Keep reading. He's letting you know.
I'm reading.
What's up, Crow? What's up, Rouster?
No Twitch or TikTok. No Twitch or TikTok. This is exclusive. Exclusive to YouTube only. Exclusive. So there you go.
Oh my gosh. It's all for the show. He lives normal, but wants us to think he is different. That's what I'm thinking. And my brother-in-law is not somebody to like lie about like where he was or whatever, right? So he was just like, yeah, it's just another job. I went and did the job. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, he talks about he lives in the studio, but
kind of like Kai's basement that they blew up.
Kind of.
With the fireworks.
You want to know a secret? Can't believe everything you see on social media.
What about on the internet, though?
You can't always believe it. Sometimes, I have been known to stage videos.
How about presidential candidates? Can you believe them?
Yep. They all tell the truth.
Figured as much.
The truth.
Oh, I know we've talked about it for a couple of weeks. I'm just already so tired of it, Jeff. It's not even fun.
That reminds me, a couple years ago, I was filming a video at the ice skating rink, and this mother and her 2 kids were watching.
Stranger
danger. Well, they were at another picnic table. I was off, and I was doing whatever. And then the little kid comes up. He goes, are you doing a TikTok? I said, this will become a TikTok later. And the woman looked at me. I said, you know how long it takes to be spontaneous? Because you've seen me filming for the last 20 minutes, and I'm going to go and edit this. You know how long it takes to make a spontaneous 10-second video? It takes a while.
It's true.
It takes a while.
When I went up to Chicago, I was taking a bunch of video of the work that we were doing because I was trying to make something. And then I got back and I had, probably had like 15 minutes worth of video, right? Not a single bit of it I can use.
Yeah.
Not a single bit of it. It'd be a horrible video, So there's something to be said for planning, storyboard, having some production, kind of knowing what shots you want, when you want them, angle, this and that. So yeah. 10. It was 10 and 10 seconds. Rouster said, Jeff.
My clock had just turned to 10 when I hit it. So
it's 10
clearly his clock is ahead of mine.
You must live in the past.
So, because as soon as it went to, because I said, are you ready? It was 9:59. And as soon as it struck 10. So I am wearing,
he says, good morning. And I say, hello from the future.
There you go. I am wearing the, what does this say? Touch the grass. I touched grass today. It says I touched grass today. Yesterday I was at the Toronto. What the hell are these people called? I'm gonna mix up their name. What the hell is their name?
The
the hell did I say their name was?
The hell's this
Their
thing?
name was to Toronto, the game industry picnic.
Oh.
So a bunch of people in the Toronto gaming world got together.
What was the theme? Was
theme.
there a theme to it? No,
summer barbecue. Summer barbecue.
A lot of times with those things, they'll do something around like a charity, or they have like a special thing. Nothing.
No, it was just a barbecue. It was just a summer, just get together in the summer.
So how'd you get invited?
They invited all of the big wigs in Toronto, and I just snuck in. I just showed up.
So you and John Scar were there together, huh?
I just crashed it.
Yeah.
I Googled, I figured out where they were, and then I wandered around aimlessly until I found it. And then I'm like, hi! Kind of like I did in high school. When there were parties and stuff, I would just, hi! I'm here, you can't get rid of me.
First thing you see Jeff is outside on the street, like, hey everybody. Next thing you know, Jeff's sitting at the table with you, just eating. This is a great picnic, guys. Thanks for inviting me.
Pretty much how it went down. Pretty much how it went down. Yeah.
Well, that's very cool, Jeff. Very cool. So you're wearing the pin. What's the pin for? Just for the event, or
for the event?
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I retweeted somebody who had tweeted out the picture we all took. So I said, you're doing you're taking a picture. I said, do you have a tripod? And she goes, yeah. But she goes, every one of you brought a tripod. I'm like, oh, yeah, pretty much.
Is that when you just started to lean forward?
Because half the people there make content. We're making made content. So they all had a bag and they all had a tripod. So
did you
like, you need a tripod? We're all standing there with tripod. Okay.
Anybody with like the head camera and then like the 360 camera as they were going by?
No.
What are you doing?
Making my cameo.
Oh, you're making your cameo? Oh, here we go. There's the Charlotte girl herself. And Fiona.
The new dog?
This is the new pup. This is the new puppy Fiona.
Is that the new Riley?
Yep.
That's the new Riley.
That's
since
the new
we're getting
Riley?
rid of the other one.
Yeah, you're getting rid of the one Riley and you're
getting rid of one Riley, and we got a
replacement. Yep, upgraded to a better model, sort of a younger,
better model.
A better model.
She pees in the house and not in the toilet, though, so I don't know if that's an upgrade.
Which one, Riley?
No, the dog.
Oh, okay. Very confused as what the hell we're talking about.
Same.
No idea who we're talking about anymore. So
golly.
Yeah. Shout out to my friends at Evolve Public Relations. They were the one that's put it on. So I had met up with them.
You had a busy weekend then, because you did that and you went to the movies too, did you? Or was that during the week?
That was during the week. That was Thursday.
Oh, okay. But still you had a busy week.
Thursday.
Some extracurriculars outside of streaming.
I was playing a lot of Marvel Rivals. A lot of Marvel Rivals. I'm enjoying the game.
I was telling you, I saw the clip of Venom. It looked pretty cool.
Venom apparently is a little, from what people have told me, he's a little overpowered. So they're thinking he's going to get buffed in the next update. So they think he's a little overpowered. So, yeah. But I like Iron Man. Jeffy, the loved.
You still haven't played college football?
I have not. Friends
my daughter came home from the beach and she's like, "Oh my God, Dad, have you heard about the new college football game? All the boys are talking about it." I was like, "If I buy it, I'll buy it at like Christmas when it's like $20." It will. It'll be on sale in a few weeks.
Of course it will. It's the EA model.
And then all of the hype that everybody paid $60+ for will be just as good at 25.
100%. It's just I've seen some good clips. If I've seen some good clips, I've seen some bad clips. It's not it's not a simulation game. It's an arcade. It's not a simulation. So therefore, they don't have to be as rigid as you think they would be with Madden, because Madden is the true only simulation. This is not a simulation. So therefore, if there are things they can go, it's not a simulation. So
I literally watched this guy start at about the 10-yard line and he did nothing but spin moves the whole way down the field and broke every tackle. There was one spin move in particular where he juked out like the entire opposing team. There were like 8 guys in a pile, and he just spun around all of them, right? And so I was like, when you find something like that you can do all the time and just not be stopped, the game's not fun anymore.
That's why I was not allowed to play a Madden 22 tournament in Canada, because I said, oh, that's cool. I said, I'm going to put my punter at quarterback and I'm going to run this play. And they're like, what? I said, I'm going to put my punter at quarterback and I'm going to run this play. So just give me the trophy and the money now. And they're like, well, no, that's not what I said. It's in the game. It's in the game. So they're like, well, that's not fair. Why? It's in the game. The game's broken. What do you want from me? They're like, well, you're not going to play fair. It's in the game. It's in the game. So
like people that just do nothing but HB dive the whole time.
They would not let me play because I was going to do that and I was going to win. And they said, that's not good sportsmanship. And we want good sportsmanship. And I said, then tell EA to make a good game. Tell them to fix it.
The last time I played Madden online was probably Xbox 360. And this guy did nothing but HB dive the entire game. The entire game. One running play. That was it. I mean, I'm pretty sure he beat me.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure he beat me, but he did the same freaking play all game long. It was so annoying.
Yeah. Because there are plays.
Isn't football.
there are plays that cannot be stopped.
Yeah.
So, and I said, I'll tell you what plays I'm going to run. I'll tell you. I'll send you the list of the plays I will run. You can't defeat. There's no way to stop
fake
them.
Sweep.
Yeah. So yeah. Fun fact: a lot of people who win the MVP Crow play Punisher. So I should try that sometime. EA Sports, it's in the game. So yeah. So what did Crow and I did a little ship graveyard simulator last week, which was fun. It was fun to dive back into that. This week, I'm owning a zoo. You see me with the coffee shop. You see me with the pet store. Now I'm going right to the zoo. Oh, you saw me with the ale. You saw me with an ale and tail tavern. You saw me running the tavern. Now,
how did what's it work out? Your Nintendo Championship.
So I was wrong. You can't play other people. I thought you could. So
all that time editing that video.
You can't play other people. They have a mode where you can go and face like a round robin, and you can face like 7 people, and and then after the first one, 2 are knocked out or whatever until you get to the final 2, and then you got a winner. So they have that kind of mode, but I can't just invite people to play, which I thought we could. So when I watched the video and I heard a guy saying, I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm going to have something where I'm going to invite you guys in, you channel members in. So when I heard someone say that, that's where I got the idea. It turns out he was wrong, and therefore I was wrong.
That's a bummer.
Because I was going based off what I heard some guy who was playing the game say. And turns out he was wrong. And so therefore, by extension, I was wrong.
Well, now you just need to find something else that you can challenge people.
So I
Mario Kart.
So I did it. I got 2 S levels, which is the best you can get. And then I set a personal best in every one I did. So there was, some of them have more than the others, but I set a personal best in every one of those NES speed runs. Speaking of that, Den of the Geek. Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Every single one I set a personal best.
Jeff, anybody can set a personal best when they step off the start line.
Personal best for each one I did. It came up and it said personal best. And before I start one, I said, I'm going to get a personal best here. So,
no way.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, well.
And and then I would get it would come up and say personal best. It'd say, you got a D. It took you 28 minutes to do this 3-second thing. Personal best. I'm like, yeah.
What a fool.
I'm just saying.
Hey,
I didn't
you
lie.
do you. You be great.
I didn't lie. I got a personal best in every single one. Did not
You be
lie.
great, Jeff. You be great.
So we're gonna do it again this week. We're gonna do it again this week.
Nice.
Because there's
Awesome.
still some I haven't done. There's still some I want to do better. Den, have you ever played the NES Championship, the Nintendo World Championship NES edition? I know Jay was playing it. So Jay invited me over to his house when him and Willie play it in person.
Willie Low.
But I think they're doing it next weekend, which is the long weekend, and I'm not around.
Where
Yeah, they both bought the what's the long weekend? I'm not going to give up my long weekend by.
What is the long weekend for? Is it a holiday for you?
It is the first Monday in August is a holiday in Canada.
Oh, cool. Okay.
It's all called.
Is it like your Labor Day, or do you guys still have Labor Day?
We still have Labor Day.
Okay.
In September. It's called different things. It's their provincial holidays, but every province has one.
Oh, okay.
Whereas like Christmas is a federal holiday, Easter is a federal holiday. This is just a provincial holiday, but every province has one.
I got you.
Right?
That's cool.
So, yeah. That's cool. Yeah, next Sunday is planned for the two of them to face up.
Yeah, could use another day off every once in a while.
Willie, he has the box. He has the collector's box, and he doesn't want to open it. So I don't know if he's going to buy the digital version and keep the collector's box. I'm not sure what he's going to do. But next Sunday is the long weekend. So Jay said if I wanted to schlep out, I'm 2 hours. I live 2 hours away from Jay. So if I guess if it's a pouring, rainy, crappy day, then maybe I will.
Do you have your videos already prepared?
For what? Videos for what?
For you not being home for your long weekend.
Oh, I'll still stream.
Oh, you're going to stream. Oh.
I'm still going to stream.
Never mind.
I'm still going to stream.
Why would I ever question the master?
Still going to stream. I might even do extra. Long weekend, I might even do extra streams.
Nice. Nothing shorter than 3 hours, Jeff.
That is the new rule. The new rule now is, well, kind of. Mondays and Wednesdays will be 3 hour streams. Fridays 2, except I reserve the right to
still starting at 8?
Still starting at 8. We go 8 to 11. Except retro streams, because if I get to a point, as I usually do, where I get stuck and frustrated, then I'm going to end the stream. If that's at 2 hours, 1 hour, 8 hours, so yeah.
It happens.
Yeah.
Crow says he doesn't think he can play Red Dead Redemption for 3 hours, Jeff.
Oh, Chariot Man is passing through to show love.
Oh, Chariot Man.
Appreciate
What's up,
that.
dude?
You don't think you can play Red Dead for 3 hours? I think you can, Crow. I think you can. And what did Den say? Yeah, we try to have a long weekend a month. Keeps our keeps us.
I think you should. They've
although we don't have one in June.
Around.
We don't have one in June. So it's really July, August.
Around with that 4-day work week forever, and I really wish that they would do it.
Say that again. What?
4-day work weeks. They flirted.
No. You're moving to 160 hours a month, which is actually more than 40 a week. So that's the new plan that will come out in 2025.
Nice. Can't wait. I already give work enough of my life. Why shouldn't I give it a little bit more?
That is what I heard. I read it there was some sort of website. I forget what it was called. Something 25. And I read it on there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you actually read through that thing?
So there we go. Yeah, that's right. The posties keeps the posties sane by giving them a day off except in June. We don't have a day off in June.
They make our postal workers work on Sundays now. So
really?
No day off. Yeah. We get to postal on Sunday.
Hashtag no days off.
No days off. That's right.
No days off.
Oh man. Well, I guess we should do this thing, huh?
Guess we should do this. Let's go. So there are 3 announcements coming up. I already announced one. I'm moving to 3 hour streams.
All right.
Then the other random ones I do, they may be 3 hours. I did 5 hours on last Saturday when I was playing a bunch of crap. And then I finished, and I did a bunch of hours on Saturday, and then I finished up on YouTube and Twitch, and I kept the TikTok going. I played I played an hour or so with Ray on TikTok. Ray didn't know that.
Nice.
You know. So there we go. There we go.
Episode 75. 3/4 of 100.
75.
3 codas. Wondershare has been very nice to have on that screen, Jeff.
It is.
Very,
Love me my Wondershare. Nice. Love every time I turn it on, they new features they're adding all the time. A lot of AI stuff they're adding in. It's awesome.
Everything is adding AI stuff now. It is it's very, very scary to me.
Is it?
All right, top story tonight is the Olympics.
Let's
go. It is all Olympics all the time now, so we might as well talk a little bit about it. You've got your post of the week. We've got some, whoa, did you hears about? Going too fast. You already saw what the top thing was. Damn. Did you hear about? I got 5 guesses for you tonight. We're going to play a little bit of Family Feud.
Cool.
And then what aren't we going to talk about?
We're not going to talk about Elon's daughter. Elon had some things to say about her, and she came back and said, yeah, that's all false. The favorite part of that, when I talk about it, is like, how would he know? He was never around. And when he was doped up.
I read that. Yeah, I read that.
So we're not going to talk. There's more Trump assassination and allegations. We're going to talk about that. And then we're not going to talk about the Mr. Beast, Ava Tyson. And of course, we're not going to talk about the Olympic Last Supper. Although really wasn't, because they didn't have the right number of people. So, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, it's very controversial right now. So we're going to steer clear and just talk about the Olympics. Something that was pretty cool was Celine Dion made an appearance at the opening ceremonies, sang her heart out. It was first live performance in 12 years.
Was it 12?
Something like that. Something like that.
It doesn't seem that long. It doesn't seem okay.
She's had her illness for a little while now.
Yeah, I didn't think 12 years, but
yeah, time's flying by. I might be wrong on that.
Time does fly by, but yeah. That so she was the talk all over Canada this upcoming week, because everyone kept talking about it, and then they're like, hey, she was spotted in the hotel, the same hotel as Lady Gaga. So on like Thursday or Wednesday or whatever day it was, so she was spotted in the hotel. She spotted in France, and then the whole time where the stuff is going on, no Celine. There's no Celine. Do you think she's going to be at the end? Do you think she's going to be ended on the Eiffel Tower? Then we're getting close to. Well, we're almost at the end. And there's still no Celine sighting, and then there she was at the top of the Eiffel Tower singing away, and it's like, oh, there she is. There she is.
Yeah. Everybody really liked the performance, said that she sounded great.
She did.
So not a whole lot to knock on there. I did read something though, that she's going to be taking up another residency in Las Vegas. So maybe she's feeling like she's back, because that's going to be a lot of work, right?
She was paid allegedly $2 million for that song, for that 5-minute one song.
Must be nice.
Allegedly.
Dang.
Allegedly.
Well, all of the teams rolled in by bus, or by boat. I mean, sorry, bus with propellers. Team USA here took up a whole boat by themselves, because they have more athletes than any other country in the Olympics. Hey, why not? Why not? But pretty cool. LeBron James and Coco Gauff. Coco Gauff is the 20-year-old tennis star. The video of her being told that she was going to be a flag bearer was pretty cool. She was like, what the fuck? Here's Canada coming in on their boat with China, Chile, Cameroon, and Central African Republic. So you guys had to share your boat there with some friends.
How many boats do you think they have down there? I saw a TikTok of somebody. There is somebody, I think it's one of the skateboarders. I think it was one of the skateboarders.
Yes, the Brazilian 16-year-old Brazilian skateboarder.
She was born in 2012. No, there was some girl. Was she from Brazil?
I know that there was.
She was born in 2000
different with the Brazilian girl.
Yeah, but there was one. She was born in 2012.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's 12 years old in the Olympics.
In the Olympics, and then I saw that the bus taking all of the skateboarders to the venue broke down. So they all hopped on their skateboards and skated to the venue today.
There was I think a 16-year-old Brazilian female skateboarder that was told she couldn't do any kind of like Christianity sayings or anything like that. So she sign languaged like a whole thing today.
Oh, okay.
In protest of it. So
I
thought that was pretty cool.
You know, that's a good agreement.
That's what I was laughing at.
That's a good agreement. That's a good agreement. So,
well, may have a lot of boats, but also Canada seems to have a lot of drones. Jeff, you cheaters!
I have
cheaters!
I have questions. I don't understand the sport.
You know, I know Bill Belichick was a free agent, but I didn't know that you all hired him to help with the Canadian men's and women's soccer team.
So did they bring the drone with them, or did they just go to Best Buy in France
and buy one up
and pick one up?
Well,
like I have questions, and then what are you filming? Like, there is like, what are they going? Okay, no, the goalie's got the ball. What's the goalie going to do? What is she going to do? Oh, she kicked it. Shocking. Like, and they kicked it to the left. Oh, now the ball's to the, it's going forward. Oh, no, now it's going back to the goalie. Oh, what's the goalie going to, I just don't, what the hell are they filming? It's
all about the set pieces. They just want to know where they're lining up on the corner kicks and the free kicks. It's really all that it is. Apparently it's come out that they've been doing this for years and people have known about it, but they haven't said anything about it. One U.S. official that they had talked to said the reason they didn't want to bring anything up is because you all are partners with us in the next World Cup and we would like to keep it amicable. Oh, what sucks about this, and I told you earlier, my daughter and I were watching the U.S. women's soccer game today, and at halftime, they were talking about this, and the woman had said, it just sucks for the players, right? Yeah. Because they weren't doing anything; they were on the field practicing, but they're getting deducted 6 points from their group play for the Olympics. They're getting fined $226,000, and 3 coaches are banned for a year as part of this. So what does the Canadian women's soccer team do? They just win, baby.
They
just win.
Baby.
So beat France today, and now they have themselves in a really good spot to move on, considering, digging themselves out of a hole being 6 points down.
So I think we play Colombia next. I think we play,
they beat the U.S.
So I think if we beat Colombia, then we're in.
Yeah, they beat the U.S. going into the Olympics in warm-ups. So,
are they sure they didn't bring an IT like me and force them to build a drone from the engine parts of a butt? You know what? I don't know where this drone came from. I was talking.
How do we know the drone wasn't a soccer ball?
And someone said, "Aren't they loud?" I'm like, "Well, I think you can get quiet drones. Like, I don't think it's like the $50 drone you're buying at Best Buy. This is probably like professional grade. Did they bring it with them? Did they Amazon it, FedEx it over, and it was I just have questions.
Well, and I have no answers for you outside of just that's probably what they were filming.
So
here you go, Jeff.
I don't know.
You all brought in your first medal. It was a silver medal for this young lady right here. And what's so special about Summer McIntosh?
I don't know.
Didn't you tell me she was from Hamilton?
I did not.
Oh, there was another person.
We got a bronze in foils, fencing, if you will. Oh. And today, that's the video you couldn't play because it was on CBC. And
I got you. I thought you meant it was her from Hamilton.
No. We got a bronze today in fencing foils, and she is from the Hammer.
Did you see the fencing competition where the guy was doing the Fortnite bunny hop thing and then he won?
Did you see the video of the bathrooms? The porta potties that it said, it has like a standing up one, and then there's a sitting one, and then like the standing up one, it's only like half a door covering, the midsection. And have you seen those pictures and those videos? Yeah, that's
I did not, but I did see this picture, and this looks pretty incredible.
And each player smuggled a piece through custom. Yeah. Then they had a nerd like you, because there was a guy that was sent home. There was a guy and a young guy and a young, so that would have been him. It must have been the IT guy who was then having to reassemble all of the drone pieces
Hey, man, it's not my fault that one of the drones from the drone show just happened to find itself flying over the soccer field for practice, you know? Just the one that I forgot to put in the case. I mean, it's okay. That's pretty cool setting, pretty cool backdrop. You wouldn't expect to see sand volleyball at the bottom of the Eiffel Tower, but
so
pretty cool shot
the whole thing is pretty impressive. Like they've set the bar really high, considering they haven't had one in 100 years. I guess they had to go big because I guess they want them more than every 100 years. Paris. When
you get a lot of money from the Olympic Committee going into this as well when you get selected, so. I mean,
but it still costs you a boatload of money. What did it cost them? $1.5 billion to clean the river so they can swim in it? So they can swim in it.
Yeah.
And the mayor of France went for a swim. They say, look, it's good. I'm here. I only have now a third arm.
And now he's green.
If her foil was Hamilton steel, it would be used in the 2021-24 Olympics. Exactly. Gotta like me the Hamilton steel. That's right.
You better keep practicing your skills, Jeff, because esports is going to be an Olympic event.
I gotta like it. Let's go.
Yep.
Remember, we had the.
I can see it now. Rocket League front and center.
Remember, we had the only real Stadia esports team.
Well, we probably shouldn't want them to play Rocket League because you all would figure out some way to spy on them.
Probably. That's true. The new cardboard beds are supposed to be anti-sex beds.
Yeah, anti-sex beds. There's a lot of videos of people like jumping up and down on them though. So they're all cardboard. Have you seen them?
I have. Everything they're doing is supposed to be sustainable.
Yes.
Right. This is like it's supposed to be green. It's supposed to be sustainable. Like even
because you think about when this is over, the cleanup.
Yeah. The even the flame, the torch, the Olympic cauldron thing is supposed to be sustainable. There's no hydrogen. It's just water and I don't know, magic. I don't know. So
the IOC also voted that Salt Lake City is going to get the 2034. I'm sorry. Winter Olympic and Winter Paralympic Games, last hosted in 2002. So not that long ago, only 8 Winter Olympics ago, and it's going to be back in the same spot. So
in the production meeting, Todd asked me about Whistler. He goes, don't you have it in Whistler? I said, yeah, Calgary, Whistler. They had it a few years ago, and I think we're still paying it. Actually, I still think we're paying off the Olympics from in Montreal in '76.
Just seems crazy to me. I feel like if you're going to do the Winter Olympics, you have enough places that you could spread that around. You shouldn't need to come back around to a retread.
Yeah, and it's only the people who want to host it. I saw.
True.
There was a video in my recommendations about countries who don't want the Olympics ever again, and there was a big X through the United States. So there was a big X in that video. I didn't watch the video.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well,
sorry for that. Sorry for that guy's click-through rate and AVD. Sorry, I didn't click on it. But yeah.
Well, here you go. This is the video you've all been waiting for. Okay. We've talked in the past about different competitions having different things. Like, for example, why are there lifeguards at the Olympics?
Wait, Crow, if you're still here, content warning. Content warning, Crow, if you're still here.
Oh, there you go. Like I was saying, for example, why are there lifeguards at the Olympics, right? These are the best, they're the best swimmers in the world. What is a lifeguard going to do to save them, right? Well, if you happen to lose your scully off the top of your head while you're swimming, don't worry, because there's a wave too. Look at that. I don't know why I think this is so funny. Oh, everybody. Could you imagine sitting there in the stands and everybody's just kind of drunk and like they're just kind of happy to be there. And Bob, the cap catcher, gets out of the pool and everybody's
It is France, so they probably were drunk. I saw. I don't know if it was this which one it was, but somebody yelled for causing a false start. So they went ready, seriously? And then someone goes ah, and then several of the guys, they heard the noise and they just went. So,
that's so funny.
My question is, why was he wearing so much?
Yes.
Why was he wearing? Oh wait, sorry. Den said no grown man should ever wear a Speedo.
That is not a true banana hammock, Jeff.
Right.
So
yeah.
Well, medal count at the end of the
he should have worn like an IOC or like an official.
He should have worn like the French flag or something.
Something.
Right?
Something.
That's an opportunity missed for sure, or some advertisement for something. Like
maybe he'll now get a sponsorship deal. So
he should
just like
flashing them cheeks around,
just like NASCAR, right? He'll have logos on his bathing suit,
right?
After that, so yeah.
Well, Japan is in the lead with the gold medals with 4. Australia is second right now. Canada down there in 15th, just behind Brazil and Great Britain.
We got 1 and 1. Let's go.
Doing fine.
Let's go 1 and 1. Let's go.
All right, Jeffy, post of the week time.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, laser hair removal company.
What the hell is going on right here?
Here's my post of the week. Look at this guy go. Look at this guy. He's on his fence and he's doing the thing. Look at this guy go. Go, buddy. And he's going to do a boom. Look at that form. There's a 10 out of 10. Boom.
Oh God.
Look at that. That's a.
I like the dismount.
That's a.
Wait till yeah. Wait till the dismount. Here we go.
Get ready.
Oh. Come on. Oh, what a dismount. Oh, excellent celebration. I like the dog in the back just looking at him like, what the hell are you doing, dude? Is that an outhouse?
It might be. It could be. Look at that form. Look at that.
I feel like when you first sent this to me, I was like, did Jeff literally take a picture of himself like walking on a fence?
I wish I had a fence that big where I could do something like this.
Because I saw no shoes.
Yeah,
that was.
Yeah.
I didn't look up yet. I just saw the no shoes, and I was like, did he send me a video of himself doing this?
I'm not smart enough to make a video like that, but
my body would break if I did that.
That is, I don't know who this dude is, but that is awesome.
I need a can of oil looking at this thing.
So he started practicing on his neighbor's electric fence. The normal one is so easy after that. There you go. Yep.
The normal one. I like it.
Yeah.
Oh,
this
we gotta get this again.
This guy. This is look at that. He even did the thing.
Oh, his wife likes that move for sure.
So there you go. You go, buddy. I forget what did it have, like 2 million. What did the video have? Like some
1.9 million views. Oh, that dismount. Crazy. Good job, buddy. Good
almost
job.
2 million views of this on the XEX.
He definitely missed his calling, huh?
All right, let's move into some Did You Hear About? So we didn't touch on this one too much last week. Vikings rookie Kyrie Jackson passed away in a car accident earlier in the month. The Vikings reached out to the family and said that they wanted to cover a significant portion of those funeral expenses, which is a nice move. That's a good move on the team's part, right? They're going to be wearing some decals and things this year. And they're also saying that his number is not going to be worn by anybody ever again.
Oh, there you go.
Kind of interesting.
My son said something about there was another Vikings player that was arrested for a DUI, and it's like, really, you just lost a teammate, and you're out drinking and driving. Like, my son said something about that. So,
I really don't understand why these teams don't step in and just offer the car service to these guys. You know, like, just call a car. Just call a car.
Well, I do know they do have those available. It's whether or not they actually do or not. And they do have those for the players.
So, I mean, you would think that would just be a part of it.
They do. So
Purple Haze, let's go.
Purple Haze had a killer show again today, doing the Fall Guys.
Oh yeah,
doing the Fall Guys, and then she may be doing some Among Us someday in the future. So,
there you go. All right.
There you go.
Good.
As a Viking you're a Vikings fan. Okay, you see the team step up and honor their fallen player. Like it.
Yeah, it's good. It's the right move for the team.
It is.
Publicity or not, it's the right move. So good stuff there.
Yeah.
Here you go. We've talked about this for a few weeks now. TNT Sports actually got their offer in at the last minute to match the offers that were placed for the NBA media rights. You may know or remember Amazon, ESPN, NBC,
Peacock, whatever, I don't know.
Yeah. They put their bids in and were awarded the rights to the NBA for a significant.
And they had and TNT could match it if they could submit an offer and match it.
They were allowed to submit the offer and match, and
they said they did. They said they matched the offer of 100%.
Yep, $1.8 billion was the package bid that they had to match of Amazon's, and so the NBA. I don't even know if they opened the email, Jeff, and then they just fired back out that nope. You did get the offer in, but it didn't meet some of the criteria that was needed. So therefore, we're pushing forward. So no more TNT, no more Turner Sports, which means no more Inside the NBA, which is a show that people have come to love in regards to basketball. So, of course, Charles Barkley's probably been the most vocal out of the group. He's not very happy about this. Here's his quote that he put up here. So clearly the NBA has wanted to break up with us from the beginning. I'm not sure TNT ever had a chance. TNT matched the money, but the league knows Amazon and these tech companies are the only ones willing to pay for the rights when they double in the future. The NBA didn't want to piss them off. It's a sad day when owners and commissioner choose money over the fans. It just sucks. I just want to thank everybody who has been at Turner for the last 24 years. They are the best people and the most talented, and they deserve better. I also want to thank the NBA and its fans. The best in sports. We're going to give you everything we have next season. So the NBA is still going to be inside the NBA is still on TNT next year.
One more year. Yeah, one
more year of the guys together. Yeah. But then this creates the conversation of, will they take the whole package somewhere else, which they've said that they won't, or will any of them break off with new partners and do a new show? So much to be seen there.
Amazon, and they have said, NBC has said, we welcome you guys want to come. All four of you want to come on over, And, the NFL they modeled their Monday night Thursday night broadcasts after this. Right. But, if you look back at some of the other shows that existed, remember NFL Today, it was on wherever, and then it took a break and then it came back. It was never its original, right? There was other instances where these shows are awesome and then they stop and then they come back, right? Even remember the Sportsnet stuff with Chris Berman and Tom Jackson, and then they stopped.
What was the show with Hannah Storm and was that Inside the NBA before Inside the NBA? I'm trying to think. Ahmad Rashad and Hannah Storm.
Yeah.
They had a show too.
But I think that was on NBC. I think that was on NBC.
It was on NBC. Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Ahmad Rashad. I haven't said that name in a long time.
Oh, yeah. So it'll be interesting to see. I think they need to create their own entity.
I think that'd be smart.
And instead of going to a network, just go to their own entity and then just license it to all the networks.
Just get the media, just get licensing to be able to talk and show the clips and all of that.
And then they just get powered by, the game's on NBC. Okay, then you go to NBC. Oh, it's on Fox. You go to Fox. It's on, wherever the show, whatever network it is, that's just where it is.
I'd love to see the four of them like sitting in a basement watching a game, just talking about it, kind of like the Peyton and Eli,
like the Manning cast.
Thing. Yeah, exactly. I think that'd be fun. Need a basketball version. Hey, WNBA All-Star Game was a huge success. If you watched it, it was actually really, really entertaining game, right? I don't mean to say it like that. Well, actually, it was. I mean, it was an entertaining game. I think it was one of the most competitive All-Star games I've ever seen. Those ladies were trying to win. Like, you could see it. They were like triple teaming Caitlin Clark as she was coming into the lane at certain points of the game, right? They're double teaming Angel Reese when she's doing her thing. I mean, they were playing like it was a hard fought All-Star game, which is what you don't see. You look at the Pro Bowl, you look at any of the other All-Star games, like it's just it's offensive. There's no defense and stuff like that. So
Yep.
Very cool. Up 300% from last season, nearly tripled the previous record from 2003. And it's the league's most watched telecast since the opening weekend in 1997. So the WNBA just continues to have great numbers this season. So good for them.
Yep.
This one was near and dear to my heart. When I was a little kid and I saw the Wienermobile going down the road, my eyes lit up. It was like, oh my God, that's the coolest car ever. I want to own that one day. And it crashed and it flipped on its side in Chicago last week.
Weren't you in Chicago last week?
The week before.
Oh.
Could you imagine if this had flipped over while I was there, Jeff? You would have seen me running down there with like my camera, like trying to do some sort of like live Coffee Talks live from the Wienermobile accident. Ah!
No.
I just loved this thing when I was a kid.
No. Wait, hold on. I need a prop. Hold on.
Would it be the Glizzy?
Hold on.
The Glizzy Mobile. Oh boy, here he goes. Please keep your pants on, Jeff.
No, you'd be there with your clipboard going, all right, so where's the health and safety here? So you were driving, okay, yeah.
Yes.
And then, so you'd have your whole health and safety document, and you'd be checking stuff off, and you'd be reviewing information, and you'd be looking for the maintenance records. And,
I would.
I needed a prop. So that's what you would be doing for that. You would not be taking pictures and helping it.
I would, but I would be taking pictures, and I wouldn't be using a clipboard. I'd be using my fillable form on my PDF.
Oh, see, I'm old school. This is the stuff from my event that we do. This is the logistics for the event. This is all the logistics that we do for our parade. It's all right in here.
Geez.
This is our. There's a. Hang on. See, there's even a map.
That's hilarious.
There's a map. So yes, so all our parade logistics is on a clipboard.
Den of Geeks said it looks like a Hot Wheels recreation from that angle. It certainly does. It certainly does.
And you know what's funny? Man. You know what's funny is at this event, which is the parade, we actually talked about next year seeing if we could get the Wienermobile. They're like, is there one in Canada? I think we could get the Wienermobile in our parade. So
are you serious?
We actually talked about getting the Wienermobile.
Oh my God!
Or if we could,
that's
and then
so funny.
So the guy who builds the floats, because I could build one. I said, well, there would be licensing. There'd be some issues with that licensing wise, but
When I was a kid, my parents they owned an antique store. Okay, so like literally like old furniture, candles, dolls, glasses, jugs, mugs, whatever. If it was antique, my parents used to sell it, and so. On the weekends, I would come home from school sometimes on Friday afternoon, and I would walk into the driveway, and my parents would already have the truck loaded up with like clothes and shit for the weekend. They'd be like, come on, get in, we're leaving. It'd be like, I just got home from school, man. Like, can I get a snack? Like, so we were always on the road. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, okay.
We used to drive up I-95 from Maine to Florida, up and down, Maine to Florida, just going to auctions and picking up all kinds of stuff. I've seen this live in person probably about 10 times on I-95 in my life. And every time it's the coolest thing ever. It like literally makes me feel like a little kid again.
Yeah.
It's very nostalgic.
Well, now we know there's one that might be for sale or one that we might be able to borrow for our event. So
you might.
It might be a bit dented, but.
It might be a bit dented. It might be a week-old hot dog, but it's fine.
Might be a bit dented, but.
All right, so
I'm sure we could patch it.
Good. I'm sure you could. You're the world's best handyman.
Mm-hmm.
Lewis Hamilton has been in the news about air conditioning being put into the F1.
F1 wants to put air conditioning in the cars, and he is against it.
And he is against it. So he's been in the news saying he's against it. So my question to you as we were going through all of this stuff was, what the hell is air conditioning going to do in this car? It's open wheel. I mean, it has no roof, not to mention he's wearing a damn racing suit and he's got a big ass helmet on his head. So how is the air conditioning even going to get to his body?
I know.
It's an interesting story because I would think that they would be using the car some way to like air condition his suit or air condition his helmet or something like that. But that doesn't seem to be the case. And I'm kind of baffled at that. What do they think that's going to do?
It's going to make the car heavier for sure.
I think it's some of the younger guys that might not be used to it. And then who's the guy that wins everything? His name just left my brain. Verstappen. Yeah, the Verstappen. They're like, well, can we ask Verstappen? Because he's the one that wins every week. Let's ask him. Why are we arguing? There was a bunch of analysts. Why are we arguing about it? Let's ask Verstappen. And obviously
Hamilton just won. Didn't he win last week?
I think so. Who won today?
Yeah.
In Belgium? It was Belgium today, wasn't it? Or yesterday, or whatever it was. Anyways,
I don't know. I don't follow it that much.
I think it was Belgium.
I get the headlines.
Someone can correct me.
That's Dismal's
it's Dismal's thing. That'd be interesting to ask Dismal what he thinks, what his opinion on, or is Rouster still here? His son plays F1. So.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. So yeah. He already has wind whipping past him at 200 plus. Isn't that better? When I sent this over to Todd, I'm like, no air conditioning. Like, what the hell? Like, why are they trying to fix things that isn't broken? Is it the young people? Oh, Rouster is here. Okay, so Rouster, what does your son think about air conditioning in F1 cars? Or what do you think about, you've watched your son play enough F1? Air conditioning in F1 cars.
That's true. He already has wind whipping past him at 200 miles an hour. Isn't that better than AC?
What's the F1 question? The F1 question is AC. They want to put air conditioning in the cockpits. All right, he's going to.
How do you feel about that?
All right.
Or how does your son feel about that?
Yeah, either one of you can give an opinion, or both. I'm okay with both.
There we go.
I'm okay
Absolutely.
with both. Yeah.
Always love to hear more about each of these stories too.
Yeah.
Here you go. So sharks in the waters off the coast of Brazil have tested positive for cocaine. And Jeff, before you ask the question, I went ahead and did research for you.
I have questions.
You want to know who's testing the cocaine sharks.
And why?
The researchers who are testing the cocaine sharks in Brazil are from the Oswaldo Cruz Foundation based in Rio de Janeiro.
Oh, those guys.
They are studying the impact of cocaine pollution on the marine ecosystem, with sharks serving as indicators of the extent of this contamination. There you go.
Yeah, that's right. That was where I went. Cocaine. There was cocaine bear. Now there's cocaine shark.
Yeah, cocaine shark.
I know there's crap in the water.
What the hell does a shark look like on cocaine? Are they zipping around that much faster? Are they chasing their tail?
I said I have questions. And
chasing their tail in a circle.
This was off Brazil. So where are they getting it from? Like are ships sinking and they got cocaine in it? Is somebody tossing it in they're trying to hide it and they're throwing it into the sharks?
Maybe they're sharing. Sharing is caring.
I have questions. I just don't understand. And it's like during COVID, they're like, well, this kangaroo tested positive for COVID. Why are you testing the kangaroo? Like, and so somebody got a grant to test the effects of cocaine in the waters off Brazil and sharks. Someone got a
I think somebody went in the water and they got out and they were like, oh man, God, I feel like I just did a little cocaine. I should test these waters. Rouster says his son said yes, they should have AC, but he's not sure that he knows about it. That's fine. Hey,
yeah.
I'm not saying that I don't think AC should not be warranted for those guys. Those suits get hot. They do get hot, but a
good question, Dan. That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. They're trying to find cocaine, and then they're using this as a cover, and then they'll have all this cocaine to use because they're just digging it out of the sharks. I have a lot of questions. I have a. How do you wake up going, let's study, honey, what are you going to do? I'm going to submit a grant to study cocaine and sharks.
Oh my God. You just reminded me of a stand-up. So there's a comedian called Eddie Griffin. If you don't know who Eddie Griffin is, you've probably seen him before.
It's not the guy from Family Guy?
No. He did a stand-up. He was talking about Michael Jackson. He was talking about Michael Jackson and cocaine. And then he was talking about, cocaine is crazy. He was like, you think about it. Think about Alexander Graham Bell. He was just sitting in a room one day, just all hopped up on cocaine going, man, I wish there was somebody I could talk to right now. And so he invented the telephone. Just made me think of that. Sorry.
Yeah, just down the street from me. That's like half an hour down the street where he did it. Apparently, that's right. That's right, Dan. Apparently, you can get a grant for anything.
How do we know that the sharks aren't drug mules and they're not delivering?
Exactly. No, exactly. They're in Cuba. How far
is something tells me that some drug lord will figure out how to clean the ocean and get his cocaine.
Like, are they filling it up?
Did it in France?
Are they filling it up in Cuba and then they're sending it to Brazil? Hoping this guy gets to Brazil, and then
I mean, there's cocaine plants everywhere, right? So,
are you asking me?
No, I'm telling you.
Oh, okay.
Cocaine.
My only experience. I played the drug deal simulator the other day.
My only experience with cocaine was the time I put it up my nose. Sorry.
I have played the drug deal simulator, and I have decided that dealing drugs, whether it's in game or real life, it really not for me.
No,
it just seemed to be a lot of work. It was there was a lot of work to deal in the drugs. So especially when you had to start making it, you had to put like single units together because somebody would want 2 and somebody would want 3. And
those bastards!
And so you couldn't do them in packs of 2 because. What if the person wants 3? Well, then you either shortchange them or you give them extra. And well, that's not easy
just
either.
Shortchange them. You always shortchange.
They
can get around customs. And Jaws 4 taught us that sharks swim faster than a jumbo jet, but they could also be in a Sharknado too. They can make this. They can make it all the way here in the Sharknado.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I don't know.
Jeff, you posted this one this week, but we're going to reiterate this.
Yeah, I kind of wish Rue Diggs was around to discuss this.
Yeah,
he's
Elden Ring streamer
Ring guy.
Miss Mika has successfully deleted Shadow of Erdtree's final boss on PC and PlayStation 5 simultaneously while using a dance pad and a DualSense. If this doesn't scream certified doc to you, I don't know what does. As soon as I read this, I was like, that's certified doc's wife right there.
Yeah.
That's his soulmate.
Right there.
Could you just see her too? Like literally, look, I got my DualSense right here. Okay. Could you just see her just like just like stomping on the ground while she's playing her controller? Oh my God.
Oh, Purple says she's been watching her since she was at 5,000 subs. Did you watch her do this? Did you watch her do this?
Oh my God. I'm kind of blown away by it because I'm thinking the dance pad is like one of those Dance Revolution pads or something, right? I'm of course thinking of like the NES pad, the track pad from back in the day that Lauren Gontkoff broke when she came over to my house and she never said sorry.
Sharknado's getting.
I'll never forget that, Lauren. I'll never forget that.
Sharknado getting everyone hooked on cocaine in a 100-mile radius all at once.
It's falling from the sky.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I've been watching Jeff play Elden Ring. Well, he did the main game and then he did the DLC. Then he was redoing the main game and now the DLC with a level 1 character. So it's just him in a loincloth, level 1, no buffs, no nothing, just collecting whatever and not upgrading much and going through it. So I've been watching him do that. Yeah. He made it through the end, and now he's struggling a little bit with the DLC bosses because they're a little harder.
I've seen a couple of those videos. It definitely looks like a challenging game for sure. So.
I think, and Rue Diggs isn't here to correct us. I think he's on his show. I think it took him 2 to 3 hours for the final boss in the DLC. I could be guessing. Somebody can fact check and correct me.
Too much for me.
But
I wish Ray was here because we got a little Jake Bates going on. Raymond Sherrod. You'll have to check this back.
Went 6 for 6 at practice the other day. Jake Bates, if you don't remember, he kicked two 63-yard field goals in a row, made both of them
in the UFL.
because the first one, they blew the whistle for a timeout right as he kicked it, tried to ice him, but you can't ice Jake Bates. 63, bang. That's what goes on.
He hit a bunch of things. I had him on my UFL fantasy. Now, in full disclosure, at one game he had -1 because he missed. So,
who was the Lions kicker last year? Do you know?
Lions kicker?
I'm trying to think. I want to say it begins with an R.
I don't know.
I think it begins with an R. So
I don't know. Kicker, they change kickers all the time.
Everybody changes damn kicker. Any kicker that can make it multiple seasons, like a Vinatieri or somebody like that, Justin Tucker, it's a commodity. It's a rare commodity.
It is, because once you start missing 2 or 3, they hoof you to the curb and bring in the next dude.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Right. So
yeah,
Ray,
let's close out here.
But Ray would be disappointed, though, because he wanted him on the 49ers, although they have a good team.
He did. They do. Jake Moody. Close out here with some Marvel news. So you got to go see Wolverine and Deadpool and Wolverine last week.
I did.
You said it's a wonderful movie.
12 out of 10, I believe, is what my
12 out of 10.
Yeah.
Was your favorite part his dog?
The UK's ugliest dog?
Yeah.
No.
No. That's a long tongue, though. That was a pretty long tongue.
It was.
So it is now the 6th highest grossing superhero movie of all time, opening weekend anyway. Which is odd because Deadpool almost didn't even happen.
It's true.
They really did not want to make Deadpool, and Ryan Reynolds really pushed for this. So if you are a fan of Deadpool, you might as well thank Ryan Reynolds, because there would be no Deadpool if it was not for him.
It's true.
Look at that. That's like old school Wolverine.
Biggle Mac has the Deadpool cup. And then now these aren't exclusive because I did show them off on Purple Stream. This is Deadpool. And because Purple's here, I still have my prop because I had to go get a prop because she didn't understand. This is Spider-Man. This is Deadpool. Spider-Man, Deadpool. Because she goes, why do you have a Spider-Man head? Spider-Man has webs. This is Deadpool.
Yeah. He's dead, but alive. Dead.
I also got popcorn. So I've got
does the head, like the hat, come off to get to the bucket? It looks like it lifts up. Does it just pop up?
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool. That's neat.
So and then this is if you didn't get one of these because they're in limited supply, then you can just get the old regular.
Jeff, you just showed me about $65 worth of popcorn at a movie theater. The souvenir cups and buckets.
Head pool. Head pool.
Oh my gosh.
Oops.
Oh, and then I think.
And then his head opens up, and that's where the popcorn sits. So I was with Biggle Mac, and the guy said, he goes, you can only buy 4 things. And I said, that's fine. I said, this young man here is going to be buying some too. It's a man I've never seen before in my life. He's going to buy stuff. So I gave him the other debit card. So I bought some of it with mine, and he bought some of it with the other debit card.
I've never seen him before. We didn't walk in here together.
Yeah. So then they had to give me, because I had so much. So then they put the popcorn in, because I wanted to keep these clean. They put them in the regular bags. So they gave me then these giant paper bags to put this in, and then giant paper bags to put the popcorn in. The other bags, and then I took those to my car, and then I still had the popcorn that I was eating at the and then we sat down. We're getting ready. I went, oh crap, I forgot something. So then I had to go and get a hot dog. So went out and got a hot dog too.
So funny.
And then we sat down. We curled up in the D-box chairs. And we watched this, and I had forgotten that I'd booked a 3D. And as I was leaving, this lady goes, "This is 3D. Where are the glasses?" And I said, "I don't know. I don't work here." I said, "It's not 3D." So I went and got my hot dog, came back, and she's still arguing about whether it was 3D or not. I happened to have my e-ticket. I said, "It doesn't say 3D. It's not 3D." She goes, "It's 3D." And the guy at the front even said it was 3D, but I just ignored him. And so, anyways, the movie was about to start, and then the staff comes in with a big box of 3D glasses, starts handing them out.
Oh my gosh!
And so Big Ol' Mac goes, "See, it was 3D." And I said, "I guess so." So put our little 3D glasses on. And we're like, "Oh, nice." Watch. There's no spoilers, but there's a lot of cameos.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of cameos.
Cameos from like real people or characters from Marvel?
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
I don't think this is a spoiler because I think everybody knows this now. Members of his family are in the movie.
Oh, okay.
Members of his family, as well as other famous people, are in the.
I think it's one of the kids, if I'm not mistaken.
Or two, and a wife, maybe.
Or two, both kids,
and maybe a wife or two. Who knows? Not saying no spoilers. No spoilers. And Purple it still looks like Spider-Man. It's not Spider-Man.
Oh. Well, there was some more Marvel news this week. Maybe the biggest Marvel news of the week.
Maybe.
They were announcing the new what is this new movie, the Doctor Doom movie? And Robert Downey Jr. is going to play Doctor Doom. And I'm going to be honest with you, I've got a little bit of an issue with this, Jeff, just because he already plays another character in the universe. And I know that you said the universe is big, characters come and go, different timelines, all of that. But the one thing that they made note of was that he's the best actor that they've ever worked with. And so there's some familiarity there. Just very weird to me. Just very weird to have somebody that plays a certain character come play another one.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna every time I see him. Well, maybe if he keeps his mask on, then maybe I don't know. I don't know. I can't disagree with you. There's a lot of actors. There's a lot of out of work actors. Could you have not have found like the movie's gonna do great? Doesn't matter who that. The movie isn't gonna do exponentially better because he is there versus they put some other. They put the guy from the swimming pool in there. Yeah. They thought, everybody wants to be in the MCU. So like,
and I like RDJ, like, don't get me wrong, but I already attach him to another character. That's the hang up for me. And I'm just maybe I'm not as big of a Marvel guy to understand it's not really that big of a deal, but
I don't disagree. I don't disagree with you. I also don't like it. Then they keep rebooting. So like how many Spider-Mans have there been? And every few years there's a new Spider-Man with a new person, but it's the same story. And it's just like,
but it's got a twist to the story, like,
yes, but still, it's the same.
It is.
I
started playing the Miles Morales Spider-Man. I started playing that maybe a couple weeks ago. I didn't get very far, and I haven't picked it back up. But at the beginning, he's going with Spider-Man to chase down Rhino through the streets, and you hear the voice, and there's just so much more Spider-Man stuff now with the Spider-Verse and everything. So well, there you go.
No, I know. I know. That was
Robert Downey Jr. making a comeback for his career, though, right?
Well, he was
somebody that they had written off a long time ago.
A long time ago, they had written him off, and now he's, I know.
Totally re-identified himself.
We were talking about this. Was it you? And they were saying, they got to maybe, get Kevin Feige out of there because he's got stretched too thin. Maybe split up his job or something. But I don't know.
Well, but there you have it.
They needed something. They needed something at San Diego Comic-Con.
There you go. Yeah. They said, I mean, if you watch that video with the sound on, everybody was very excited to see him. So
they are. But again, I kind of feel like you do.
Yeah. Well, and I'm, not completely mad about it. Just it just kind of weird to me, right?
kind of like seeing if you were to see your favorite cowboy put on another uniform, right? Like if you saw,
they're dead to me.
Right, exactly. Like it's just weird. You just don't see that.
You mean next year when Dak is on another team?
Maybe so.
Wait, do I know something? Is that foreshadowing to a future something? But you know what? The MCU, they've been struggling of late, like the last few TV shows, the last few, they've been struggling a little bit, right? Mm-hmm. So I think that also, if they put him in it, everybody knows him, they know what to expect. So
they're at some comfort there.
Yeah, so I think that's part of the reason is if they
know how he's going to act out scenes, they know what he's going to bring to the character.
It's going to bring it will bring bums in the seats. Will it bring more bums in the seats? Maybe, who knows? But maybe because it's him.
Kind of burn out of all the Marvel stuff, to be quite honest with you.
Well, a lot of people are, which is why some of the stuff's been taking.
Yeah.
So, but you know what? Good on Ryan Reynolds and this. The merch available for this. Big Mac, I didn't tell you, he bought like a Deadpool hoodie. Snuggie type thing. Yeah. He bought one of those. And they had the little stand, when you're waiting to buy your popcorn with 1,000 different little merch items. So he went.
They loaded up, don't they?
He clearly went to the George Lucas School of Merch.
Hey, he's a marketer. We've seen his businesses do well. So All right, well, let's get into 5 guesses. So this week, we're going to go back in time. We're going to play a little Family Feud. I think you're the one that started that trend for us back in the day. Mm-hmm. And so think of this like, that final round of Family Feud. I'm going to ask you the questions. You give me the answers. We'll see if you get to 100. Jeff, how about that?
Sounds good.
All right. Well, it's now time for 5 guesses. And like I said, this week you're going to be doing some Family Feuds. So I will read out the questions to you. You give me the best answer you can. I'll tell you at the end which points were.
Okay.
Give myself a little piece of paper. All right. First question, Jeff. Name a quality of a bad boss.
Temper.
Name temper.
He has a bad temper. Temper or bad temper. Temper or bad temper.
Okay. Temper.
Yeah. Okay. Or bad temper. Something.
Yeah. You know how they'll give points based on.
Yeah. All
right. Number 2.
I don't know if bad temper was the right answer or temper, so I'm just kind of,
I got you.
Hedging my answer there.
All right. Number 2. Name a food dogs love just as much as humans do.
I don't have a dog. I don't know what dogs eat.
What do you like to eat? What do you think a dog would like to eat?
Cookies. Cookies.
Okay. Cookies. All right. Here we go. Number 3. Name something that shakes, rattles, and rolls.
Baby rattler.
A baby rattle.
I don't know. Do they even have those anymore?
They do. They're just not. They're not shaped like what you would have seen.
I'm just thinking that what my kids had. Do they even have?
Yeah, exactly. Like the little ring on the bottom.
Yeah,
sand inside.
Sort of baby toy, baby. Yeah, I don't even know if they. It's been a long time since I've had children, little children. So I don't even know. But yeah, some sort of baby toy rattler thing.
All right, so you've got 3.
Okay.
Number 4.
Yeah.
Other than feet, name something that runs.
The fridge.
Okay. All right. Last one.
Mm-hmm.
Name a word that rhymes with election.
Selection.
Mm-hmm.
Thought you were going to say name a word that rhymes with orange.
All right, so let me do this real quick, Jeff.
Yeah.
We got that one's good. We got that one's good.
Oh, they're not. Stop. I thought it was a drum roll, but they don't have a drum roll.
I think that's right. I better get my calculator up here just to make sure. Is my math right? Oh, I'm not even on it. It would help if I would click on it so that. What in the hay? All right, I think I'm right. All right, Jeff. So
728.
Question. Yeah, right.
You got
Question number 1.
28.
Name a quality of a bad boss. You said temper.
I did.
I will give you angry, which was one of the answers, and you get 20 points for that. That was the third answer.
Interesting. Okay.
Top answer was micromanager.
Okay.
The second one was incompetent.
Interesting.
Irresponsible and oblivious rounded out the 5 answers there. Okay.
Temper,
number
anger, yeah, that's
2.
kind of what I was going for. Yeah. That's kind of what I was going
Number 2.
All right. Quarter.
We have
Fifth of the way there.
Name a food dogs love just as much as humans do. You said cookies.
I said that because, huh?
It didn't get you anything.
Oh dear.
It was a 0.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Because at the event I was at, there was
like
there was a thing there, and there was a box of cookies, and a cookie fell on the thing, and the dog ate it up. That's the only reason I went with that.
Number 1 answer was steak, 48, followed by chicken, 14, followed by bread, 13, followed by hamburger, 13, followed by cheese at 8. Okay. It's okay. It's okay.
All right.
See if you can come back here. Name something that shakes, rattles, and rolls. You said a baby rattle.
Mm-hmm.
You got 29 points for that. That was the second answer.
Nice.
The first answer was an old car.
Oh.
Okay. The third answer was a rattlesnake. I don't know that they roll, though. The fourth one was a dancing bod or a booty. And the last one was dice.
Interesting. I don't think that. All right.
So you did good there. You got 29. So you're at 49 right now, Jeff.
I am.
All right. Question number 4. Other than feet, name something that runs.
Mm-hmm.
You had the number 3 answer, refrigerator, for 10 points.
Wow.
First answer,
horrible.
First answer was water toilet.
Huh.
The second answer was engine car.
Toilet doesn't run unless it doesn't run.
When the water's running, I think is what they were going for. Or when you, after you flush it, the water fills. So I didn't make it up. I'm just telling you what it is.
I know.
Nose was number 4. Pantyhose was the 5th one.
Oh, yeah, I should have got all
You
those.
had to run in the pantyhose.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was a 10-pointer.
Right,
so you're at 59. 59. You need 41, Jeff.
I'm not going to get that with this next answer.
Name a word that rhymes with election. Jeff, you need 41 points. You chose selection.
I did.
Selection was the number 1 answer.
Wow,
Jeff,
really? Wow.
for 32 points.
Wow.
You finished with a total of 91, Jeff.
I did.
91.
I did.
It's only the puppy. The puppy one got you.
It did. I don't have a puppy, so I really I saw the guy eat this dog eat the cookie yesterday. I'm like, all right, cookie. I wouldn't have thought steak. Because who let steak drop on the floor? Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What? Who the hell lets their what?
That's pretty funny. I like it. Well, there you go.
Or chicken. Who what?
Yeah, chicken. Everything's chicken flavored in this house for my dogs. All their food is chicken this, chicken that.
Chicken
and rice.
I thought about it after. I should have just said, crumbs. Like, would that have caught anything? Like anything like crumbs?
Well, I mean, bread was one of the answers, so I would have given it to you.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't have guessed steak or chicken. Like, who drops that on the floor? Like, bread. Yeah, bread I can see because you're taking a bread, you open it up, sure, right? Cookie, those kind. Who's dropping steak on the floor? Like, I'm sorry, or chicken. Like, how do you get and I'm a pig, and if I'm dropping it if I'm dropping steak on the floor, best I'm going after it.
Best.
10 seconds. If I'm, oh shit, I'm beating that dog, whacking the dog.
3-second rule. 3-second rule.
Especially nowadays with the price of steak. If I drop a piece on, I'm going after the damn.
So expensive.
I'm going after the damn thing. Like
I'm telling you, and I don't even know if it's as much the food is expensive as it is drinks. I mean, I take the family out and we all get a drink. That's $20.
Yeah,
$20 just in 4 drinks. I'm just like, it's not even worth it. Just give me water.
Yeah.
Just give me water.
When I went out and I had dinner last night, that's all we got was water. Like, we didn't feel like, because it was also like 30 some odd degrees. That's all. And we were, by the time we finished walking around and stuff, we were both soaked. It was just so hot.
I was so proud of myself today. Before we went and picked up Zach, Riley and I went and picked up some burritos, and we get to the line at the end to pay, and the thing pops up and it was like, would you like to add a tip? And I hit no tip, because that's your goddamn job, man. Do your job. I don't need to tip you for doing your job. Nobody tips me for doing my job. Your burrito roller. Roll the burrito. You didn't do anything extra for me. You didn't even give me any extra meat or cheese or anything that would warrant a tip.
Nothing that fell on the floor?
Oh, I was so happy that I pushed that. I have a hard time doing that because I feel obligated to
That's why they do it.
But to be honest with you, I read something a while back that made a lot of sense to me. It's not my job to compensate people's wages because they have shitty bosses that don't pay them. So taking that to heart.
There you go. Yeah.
All right. So, hey, you said 3 announcements. You gave 1.
I did. 3-hour streams. 3-hour streams.
Okay. So 3-hour streams is the first announcement.
You want to say this? You can do the second one.
Second one is me.
And then I'll do the third one.
All right.
All right.
So anybody that's still watching this, first off, thank you. Thank you for being here. We appreciate it. Every week, 75 episodes of Coffee Talk. We've had a lot of the same names popping up in the chat, and it's been wonderful. Today, thanks, Jeff. I appreciate the big screen there. Tonight is the last episode of Coffee Talk, at least for now. Who knows if Jeff and I will be able to do this again down the line or something different at that point. But life is just, once again, it's just getting too busy. Travel hockey, kid going to college, new puppy, traveling for work now. There's just a lot of things going on. So don't want to have to bail on Jeff and, not contribute to the cause. We've had a pretty good partnership here for a while, and we talk all week long, sending notes and stories and, everything else. And I'm not going to stop that, just to let you know. I mean, you're still going to have to listen to me tweet shit to you. But this has been really fun. I mean, we started off in the mornings on Saturday mornings, and life got crazy, and you switched to late night for me. And now life is crazy again. And, we're switching out once again. So just want to say thank you to you. You've been an awesome partner in doing all of this. I've had so much fun.
Oh my God!
Each time we get to do this, I get to learn something about PowerPoint or speaking or whatever. I'm using it for work all the time, and just really grateful for the friendship, Jeff. I'm really grateful for the time. So I just want to say that to you. Okay.
Yeah, you're dead to me. You're dead to me. How do you block somebody on X? How do you?
I love it.
How do you block somebody? How do you? Is there a block function on X? No, that was we always knew this was going to be a short-term thing, and it went 75 episodes, which was hell of a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. And yeah, when we did it Saturday mornings, which turned out to be even for me, I was like, I had to get up, couldn't stay up late Friday night gaming. So Sunday night worked well. But yeah, the summer's here, and there's other things I'd like to do, and so yeah, 75 is good. Would have been like to get to 100, but that's okay.
Yeah.
That's all right.
I was trying my hardest to think of, what can I do? But instead it was like, hey, 75 is good.
75 is the end of the month. Let's this is a good
75 is good.
That's what we talked about. Yep.
Had a good run. Met a lot of new cool people that stopped in. Got to share a lot of stories. Got to bring some topics to people that don't normally, pay attention to those topics. And had some guests.
Yep,
it was good.
We had Anne. We had Anne, and we had Ephraim and Jim. Yeah, and
Ron Slusher.
Ron Slusher.
Yeah. The infamous Purple Haze. Guest hosted.
Yep. That's right. That is correct, Purple. This is the final episode. I'm going to hit end stream. And so we've always talked about when this would end, I would just rename it to the Jeff Janak Show, but that is not happening. So this is the final thing that will happen at 10 p.m. on Sunday nights. But the third announcement is that I am going to slowly bring back the business of.
Awesome.
So that one stopped only because we got into other things going on, and then this started, and so I just never got that back up. But I do have other people I've talked to over the years that said they would love to be a guest. So I think I don't think I'm going to do it weekly. It may not even be bi-weekly. It might be once a month. Might be every 2 weeks. Once a month, maybe every 2 weeks, we're going to do an episode. So I started to reach out to some people.
Give you some time to build up the content too.
Yeah. Got to get the questions. Purple Haze also knows what it's like to interview people. You got to do research and you got to do stuff. So the first 8 just kind of fell into place. So now I've got a bunch of other people that I'm starting reaching out to say, hey, I'm bringing this back probably in September. Bringing this back, and you want us, can you talk about it? And
I'd love to see you do like interviews of people when you go to your shows and stuff.
Yeah,
gaming shows, and
maybe we will. Maybe we will.
You always ask everybody the retro question, right? So you should just start doing that when you go out.
I do. I did that at a couple of events. I just never did.
Jeff Janak here of the Jeff Janak Show, and I was wondering what's retro mean to you, and what's your favorite game?
I did not ask anyone that yesterday. I should have, but yeah.
There you go.
So yeah, going to do a little bit more with the business of, I think, and push that forward, I think. And you know what? Sunday nights, it's gonna be more Sunday night. Maybe do more gaming. There might be some premieres. There might be, as with everybody, kind of backlog of games and demos and stuff. That
and with my weekends being so busy, maybe I'll have an opportunity to switch up and come on a Monday or a Wednesday to
go.
Or perhaps on a Sunday night I can hop in and play with Purple now that I'm not going to be putting a show together.
There you go.
So it's not all bad.
She might be doing Among Us in a couple of weeks.
There you go. I can play Among Us from my phone.
We could all jump in and play Among Us.
That's right. That's right. So no family lost here. We're all we're all good. Just take a time out. Take a little time out.
Yep.
So Jeffy, thank you. I appreciate everything. I really do.
Okay. You were the one. You were the driving force behind this. You were the one putting everything together. I just sat here like a fool.
Yeah.
I just sat here like the baboon that I am. So
it was a team effort, and it was fun. And I'm sad, but I just know that I won't be able to keep up with this current schedule. So catch me around. Maybe I will vlog all of Zach and I's travels with hockey. Maybe
that would be fun.
That would be cool. So
that would be fun. And the good news is I was struggling to figure out when I'm away in a couple of weekends. I'm going to be away. I have to take my me out of town. I was like, where am I going to do the show from? Am I going to have to leave early to make sure I'm at home to do the show? Am I doing the show from the car? Am I going to do the show from my brothers and then finish up at 11:30 and then drive 3 hours home? So
it's tough. It's tough when it starts, messing with your time. So Purple Haze, absolutely. If you ever need a fill-in for whatever you're doing, just holler at me. You know how to find me. Oh,
I think I may have to coach her through the Among Us. I may volunteer to coach her through Among Us when she goes to do it. Although she's got a whole, chat full of people who can also do it. So,
I mean, we know that she can move around a video game just fine.
So, I told her, she goes, I've never played it. I don't know what I'm doing. And I said, you didn't know what you're doing in Fall Guys. Now look at you.
Yeah. Yeah. You'll pick up Among Us pretty quick.
It is. It's just really just setting a few settings, and then you just kind of, if it don't work, you just kind of tweak them. Right.
And it's just trying to mess with people the whole time.
It is. It's just all about lying.
It's really all it is. It's just deception.
It's all just about lying. So.
Yep. Surely.
And we all lie, and we're all good at lying. We all lied to each other, saying that Stadia was going to last forever and that Stadia was the great thing. We all lied to each other. Wait, too soon?
Okay. I'm still hoping it makes a comeback.
Too soon. Yesterday I was talking to a couple of people, and they were playing Overcooked 2 together.
Mm-hmm.
And they go, "You ever played that?" I go, "Oh my God, yeah." I said a whole bunch of us used to play that on Stadia. And his partner, she goes, "On what? You played it on Google? What? What the heck is that?" And she had no idea what it was. And then the dude kind of started explaining it. And then I kind of,
you know what? But Luna is hanging around, man.
I
didn't think that they would stay in the fight this long, but they are hanging around.
They are.
Good for them.
That's what I said. I said, it's, I said, we wouldn't have Game Pass if it wasn't for Stadia. And, Luna really, wouldn't really have Luna where it is if it wasn't for Stadia. So I said, and if we hadn't had the downturn in the economy and all the tech layoffs, it would still be here. But you know what?
Did you see the latest games that got added to Game Pass? One of them was the game made for Stadia, Chia.
Nope.
TCHIA, Chia.
Nope.
Yeah.
Since I'm going to be canceling it, I'm sort of paying attention. I'm going to cancel it probably next month. That means I won't be playing with Ray anymore on Sunday nights or Saturday nights, Sunday mornings.
Man, you're going to cancel it before Call of Duty comes out?
I thought it came out already. I thought it was on PC Game Pass. I thought it was out this week.
Is it out? It was out this week?
It was out this week. Somebody said it was like 8,000. Even if I was going to play it.
I pre-downloaded it a couple of weeks ago. It was like 200 and some gigs. It was ridiculous.
I don't have the space to put it. I would have to remove
everything. The whole Xbox.
Yeah. I don't have the space. Because at first I thought it was in the cloud. I didn't know it was PC Game Pass. So I first went, I'm going to go look at it on the cloud. Then I'm going to go in the people's chats and think I'm just playing on Steam. It cost me nothing to download. And then I realized it was on Game Pass, PC Game Pass. Then I realized it was 200 gig. So I then stopped caring. And I switched to Marvel Rivals, which was a lot more fun.
There you go.
Because I get kills. I actually kill people. Those other games, I know Purple's a big X Defiant lady. I just don't get kills. I'm no Jev.
No Jev.
And you know what I may get? Maybe I might get my first business of guest on the comeback. Maybe I'll get. I'm going to find a chess player in New York. I might find a chess player.
Oh yeah.
In New York. Yeah. So if you know any chess players in New York, I know one.
You just need to go down there to whatever that street is where they all sit outside and play by the park.
I don't think this guy does that.
No,
because I think
those dudes are intense, man. When you go walk by them, they are like
but then I watched these videos of the Bodesh girls going. We showed up to some cocky guy and I kicked his ass. So, but we're not going to mention the Bodesh sisters to Purple. Bodesh Live had 1.65 million subscribers. Purple. I don't know what you were looking at, the 100 and something thousand. Oh, and Purple, on your show, she had was her 100th episode last week.
Ooh,
she made it
nice.
She made it to 100. Just saying. And she had lots of trivia questions and stuff like that. And yeah, Gotham 5.5. He's not as cute as Alex or Andrea. I'm just saying. One of her questions was which creator in the community has the most subscribers, and I didn't hear who the answer was. So if you can tell me in the chat who that was, that would be awesome. Because I got some guesses, which I'm not going to say, but I don't know who you researched to be the biggest creator in your community, our community, former Stadians, future Stadians, whatever it might be.
I'm going to guess. I don't have a guess. No guess for me.
And I don't know if she was counting real subscribers, paid subscribers. I don't know what. Oh, wait, too soon? Okay, too soon. Okay. Too soon. Yeah, didn't you, when it wasn't one of your questions who had the most subscribers? Wasn't that one of your questions? Someone said that was one of your questions. I think it was Crow told me that. But I didn't hear the answer. And that was before I jumped in because I was at the movies. I was at the movies. So when I came home and he said it was their 100th thing, and then I jumped on because I had props. So I have not had a chance to go back and watch the episode yet. So yeah. So you said who was the one you deemed as the one with the most subscribers? Just curious.
Somebody.
I will go back and watch the episode if I have to. Oh, Sonny. Oh, Sonny.
Oh, he's still around?
He does Xbox stuff. So his Stadia one is dead, but he does other stuff. She interviewed him a while ago. She interviewed him. Oh, so nice. He does all Xbox stuff now, right?
Because he got real big. He was like 20,000 subscribers or something like that, wasn't he?
I forgot about him. I think his Stadia channel is dead, and then he restarted a new one under Xbox.
Good for him.
I think that's what it is.
He was fighting some health stuff there for a while too, if I remember right. So, cancer, I think, or something. So
yeah, for the most part.
Good.
Yeah,
good for him. Good for him. That's awesome.
Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed him because he's not. I don't see him in streams and chats and things. So, and I don't know what her rule was. If it was a former Stadian and who has that, I didn't know what her. Oh, most Twitter followers. Oh, I don't even know. I don't even know how many I have. And most stream.
Most of mine are bots.
Yeah. I don't even look at. I don't even know how many subscribers I have because that metric is useless. Views and stuff. It was a former Shades. Everyone's a former Shades. A purple guest. That doesn't help. Does it narrow it down at all? Yeah, that views don't mean anything. Subscribers don't mean anything. CTR, average watch time, average view duration. Who? No, they had to have their own show. Who is Rihanna Pratchett? I don't know who that is. All right. Oh, the writer from Tomb Raider. Oh, I gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed that. I wouldn't have guessed that. When you have Lexi on, Lexi, what's his name? Leonardo.
Sonny?
No, that's his name. Lexi.
Oh.
I'm gonna call him Lexi, but that's not his name. What's his name? When you have him on, then he'll win hands down.
Mm-hmm.
I forget his name. Levi.
Oh, Eli?
Levy.
Oh, Eli.
Levy.
Got such nice hair.
Who are you talking about?
Eli. He's got nice hair.
Eli who? Manning?
No, Levy.
Oh. Oh yeah, Levy. Yeah. Right. I have it written down. That's tomorrow's job. That is tomorrow's job, is to get him on the business of.
Nice.
Yep. All right, sir.
All right, sir.
All this means now is that every Sunday I can watch live
Purple Haze.
Well, that too. John Oliver.
Now,
now
I knew you were going to say that.
Now I got to go upstairs and I'm going to hang out with Biggle Mac and we're going to watch.
I got to watch the House of Dragon new episode tonight.
Oh, I haven't gotten into that. You would thought I would be all over that kind of show, but I really haven't.
I love Lord of the Rings and all of the.
You would think You would think dragons and sex and all that kind of good
stuff. That's why I didn't do. Fallout wasn't my game. It was Skyrim and Elder Scrolls. Those were my games. So.
I haven't even watched that movie, that TV show that everybody told me I had to watch and got mad when I didn't. Yeah. Yeah.
I watched it. It was all right.
I watched Deadpool and Wolverine.
There you go.
And you know who watched the first two Deadpools this weekend? Purple Haze.
Ooh, because she thought it was Spider-Man.
She had never seen them, and she promised me that she was going to watch them this weekend.
So you know for a fact that she watched them?
No, but in my mind, she did.
Ah.
In my mind, she did.
Well, there you go.
Also the daughter of Sir Terry Pratchett.
I promised.
What I heard. That's what I heard. Just like I said, I was going to set a new personal best in each one of those challenges. I said I was going to set a speed run, and I did. You can go back. Every one I did, it came up.
You're gonna have to get the receipts.
Yeah, apparently. Apparently, we have different opinion on how that part of the show went. So, anyways, Todd.
Thank you,
sir.
Thank you,
Purple,
Thank
Crow,
everybody.
Rouster, all the regulars, everyone who's here, Jim, and all the regulars.
Ray,
Chariot Man, Ray, SPG, Mrs. SPG,
Mrs. SPG.
Yep.
Ron Slusher,
who was on the show. He said he would come on, and he's a
Sanchez Mountain Gaming.
He is a man of his word. That Ron Slusher.
Willie Lowe's been in the chat before.
Yep, everybody. Den of Geek tonight was rocking. And we're playing Red Dead tomorrow. We're back to Red Dead tomorrow. You didn't see? Oh my God, you didn't see what happened last week, did you? We played the Call to Arms where the
Call to Arms. Yeah.
We did the Call to Arms.
And you were going to do some gambling and something.
We didn't do that. We did the fall. Right, and it's usually we die, and there's usually just Crow left in the last round, and there's like 60 people, and Crow puts us all on his back, and he goes. And sometimes it's Will. It's never me. It's never Ray. It's never Kevin. So we're playing along, and William dies. And then we're playing along, and then Crow dies. And it's just me and Ray. And then Ray died. And there's 15 people left, and there's me.
Did you die?
And I had the machine gun thing, and so I was slowly killing. And they're in my ear yelling and screaming at me. And Will's like, I'm watching the door. I don't turn around unless I tell you. And there are guys up in the corner, ping, ding that. And then we got it down to like a handful. And then there was a guy out on a big cannon. They're like, Jeff, you got to go out. Jeff, you got to go. And of course, they can see what I can't, right? Because when you're spectating, right, you can move the camera enough. So they see the guy there. So they're like, okay, go up against the wall, Jeff. Move over. Okay, put your scope on. And Ray's going, you're gonna die. You're gonna die. Ray was no help. I should have just muted Ray. But anyways. So I inched and inched over, finally found him, killed him. There was another guy, killed him. We're down to two. We're down to two people. And they were both in the big truck thing shooting the stuff, the big wagon. And so I had to go up and I had to find the guy. And they're like, Jeff, squat, press L in. Just so Crow is trying to walk me through. Will's yelling at me. Ray's just telling me I'm gonna die. So I slowly but surely kill that one guy. Then we're down to one final guy. So they coach me, and it took, swear to God, it took a half an hour to kill these two guys because I had to keep moving and ducking and keep moving and ducking. It took like a half an hour. And I had it, and somebody joined my TikTok stream on Wednesday, and I said something. He goes, dude, I was there. I watched you, but you were too focused on the game. I had no idea what else was happening in the world. I was completely just trying to listen to Crow, and I was trying to focus. I got the last guy and we won. It took it a half an hour to kill those two guys. And Ray's like,
what did Ray say? Oh, okay.
Like, no. He's like, yeah, I said you were going to die and you proved me wrong. All right.
So you always have that to hold over his head now.
Yep. But it was Crow. Crow was the one. Will to a good extent as well. But it was really Crow trying to tell me where to go and what to do.
Crow saving your ass even from death.
Even from death, Crow was still carrying my ass. Even from death. So yeah, that was so I at some point I'm gonna rip it up into a video. But yeah, it was absolute that three of them were dead and there was just me. They're like, oh crap, now all that's left is Jeff. But I had the machine gun thing, so I was able to kill a lot of the guys, and they were just down to the ones where you actually had to go out. There was one guy, I started to go out, and they're like, no, run, no, and I was ignoring them, and then the guy was shooting at me, so I had to run back in, and it took, like, swear to God, it took a half an hour of real time to kill these.
You were efficient.
So
well, maybe you weren't efficient, but
I was
you were
not
thorough.
but I got them. We got the win. So we're gonna have to do that again. We're gonna have to do that again tomorrow night. And that's the hard one. That is the one that gives us a challenge. Like that, and the two good guys died and then left me and Ray. And I think that's the order. I think that's what happened. Will died, then Crow, and then Ray, and then
that's so funny.
Yeah. So
well, let's be honest. Purple Haze is way too cool to be hanging out with us anyway. So
it's true.
Really, thank you for being here.
Good night, everyone. We will see you. Well, I'll see you guys all tomorrow night. Who knows?
I'll see you at some point.
You're going to see him at some point, but you'll see me. I will be back in a few hours streaming. So, good night.
Thanks. All right.
Well, I guess when I do the business stuff, I have to use Bruce's